thought we were still at 57. Looks like we dropped about 2,000 on Bitcoin. Wait, do I still have this article? Yeah, I do. I don't know why, but I'm gonna tell you a couple of things that I did see, and maybe that's why. Oops. Sorry, I got a replay going back. But anyway, good morning. Hopefully everybody's feeling good and all that good stuff. It's not a lot going on right now. Everybody's still focusing on this, the Japanese carry trade, and I guess they decided to not continue to keep increasing. But hold on, yeah. So it is what it is. Let me see if I see anything new besides the one thing I did see. I don't see anything. Anyway, let's get to it. So Bitcoin at 56, it dropped to 55 something for a minute. The inflows or the inflows yesterday weren't too good for the Bitcoin ETF. It was about 150 million of outflows. That's some of the biggest outflows I've seen. As far as outflows, because usually a good day is 150 to 300 or whatever. We had some $50 million inflows and stuff, but yeah, anyway, 150 million of outflows. BlackRock hasn't moved anything. Surprisingly, neither has that's a great scale. Mini, VanEck, Bitwise, Valkyrie, none of them have moved, but it's been Franklin 21 shares, and of course the bigger grayscale and Fidelity with all the outflows or whatever. Fidelity's actually outflows are huge because their inflows weren't even that big before. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, 150 million outflows of the Bitcoin ETF, but we did have about 100 million in inflows into the Ethereum ETFs, which is pretty much the one of the biggest inflows today. I think it is the biggest. It had 109 million inflows from BlackRock, 22 million in Fidelity, about 5 million in Grayscale, and it was the Grayscale. 5 million into the Grayscale Mini, but the regular Grayscale had outflows of 40 million. Still looking to see if the inflows that are coming out of Grayscale are going to go back into the Mini in the future. I guess that could be bullish. So yeah, that we have that. And today, Morgan Stanley will be offering Bitcoin ETF exposure to their clients starting today, even though they've been hinting at it for like months now. I guess it finally started. So we see what happens with that. MOX. When I see OX, I automatically think of Gox as in Mount Gox, and I thought this was some kind of abbreviation. But MOX is it's a virtual bank in Hong Kong, and I've been talking for months like about how once Hong Kong really gets onto it and it spreads to mainland China, we could have a really big bull run. But this is one of the virtual banks. Pretty much, it's just like it sounds, a virtual bank. They don't have any locations. It's just everything is done online from the debit, credit card, whatever. But in a way, they're also like a Robinhood too, because they have like different ways. You can invest in different products, the ETFs and crypto and stuff. But anyway, Mox breaks new ground as the first virtual bank in Hong Kong to open crypto investing for its customers. So it's pretty big. Like I said, I mean, Hong Kong's big, got a lot of money, but hopefully it spreads to mainland China as well. But anyway, that is big, and I'm pretty sure all of us gonna have virtual banks soon because, I mean, now you can just deposit your checks on your phone. You don't even have to go to the location anymore. I used to hate when I used to have to hold on when I used to have to drive it at night to go to the bank to cash a check, and now you just do it on your phone. Matter of fact, I just got one I'm trying to do now. Anyway, yeah. So Mox virtual bank offering cryptocurrency trading to their customers. In line with a question, I think Tadek was asking me about this yesterday about the minor profits. I guess you were asking me because you probably saw the people talking about it, because apparently for whatever reason, I just saw that everybody was talking about it on Twitter yesterday and whatever. But I think it said it costs about 43 to 45,000 to mine in Bitcoin or whatever. But I guess it's including electricity, the buying equipment and all that kind of stuff or whatever. So as long as we don't drop below there, I guess we're fine. As long as we stay above 50,000. And I guess that's why every time we get around the 52,000 range, we start coming back up. But yeah, I guess that's the answer to that question. As long as we're around 45K or above, I think we should be fine. Not a lot of stuff today, to be honest. Like I said, I just try to stay. This is one of my forms of discipline. I just come on here every day and making sure I'm here answering you guys' questions. I know sometimes you guys get a little nervous or whatever. I mean, we're not done, but I'm just saying ahead of time that it's not a whole lot left. Oh yeah, we already talked about that. Japan refraining from future rate hikes. They saw how that went. This is I'm here. Listen, I'm here already. This is going to be mind you, when we had these short streams, it's literally because it's probably not a lot to talk about. But the main thing I want to talk about, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm be honest, I have no answer for you, so I'm just gonna talk about it. But it's this yen carry trade is a big deal, and everyone on Twitter, YouTube are pretty vocal about it. I just went and did some research on the two biggest investment banks and see what they had to say about this. And y'all know what I'm gonna say about this because J.P. Morgan and Jamie Dimon. It says J.P. Morgan states that the unwind of the carry trade is only halfway complete, suggesting further adjustments are expected. Impact on the JPY. The continued unwinding could strengthen the yen as positions are closed. JP Morgan is advising his clients to have a neutral approach here and not get into risk ons. Anyway, Goldman Sachs is advising their clients to buy S&P 500 despite recent volatility concerns over the yen carry trades strategy. The firm believes that the S&P 500 will outperform other assets as investors reposition their portfolios in response to changes in the global monetary policies. You got two different people saying two different things. Only thing that I saw something else. Goldman Sachs was saying that they were telling their clients to go ahead and invest, and then I saw this other article where they said the same thing as J.P. Morgan, saying that Goldman Sachs' Peter Oppenheimer says this correction is healthy and somewhat inevitable, but it's not over yet. So which one is it? Y'all talking out both sides of your mouth. I'm gonna just straight up say, and this is not me just trying to do a disclaimer. I'm not saying this is financial advice, but what I should have did, I didn't have time to because I'm doing a lot. Like I said, my main focus right now is looking at different projects and see what they have going on, and like trying to see when they're going to launch and decide which ones I want to hold or not. Because some of them that I've been watching for over 2 years, and I haven't invested in them, and I'm not thinking about investing in them because I'm trying to just narrow down to what's the best projects. So anyway, what I want to do is find a direct quote from Jamie Dimon when he was saying August is going to be a good month and see what context he said that in. Because I told you when he said that, it made me kind of feel kind of bearish because they're always going to tell you the opposite of what's going to really happen. But now JP Morgan talking about, it may not be over. We can see further corrections. And then even though Goldman Sachs said one thing in this, he said the same thing as JP Morgan, that, the market could continue to go down. It just makes me feel like they're trying to mislead people. I don't know. But as a lot of people saying, summer usually is sideways. It's usually sideways and boring. We don't get a lot of movement, until the fall comes around. So yeah, I wish I had an answer, when I put a thumbnail like this or whatever. But I'm just more so trying to watch what they're doing and not what they're saying. Because like I said, Jamie Dimon's been a liar for I don't know how long and saying the opposite of what he's doing. And it's just, to be honest, a lot of them are terrible actors. I was about to say something about politics, but I'm not going to get into that. But Jamie Dimon has always been like a terrible actor, but now he's saying this, and Peter Oppenheimer from Goldman Sachs is saying this. It makes me wonder what's going to happen this month. And the last thing I'm going to talk about, now this is not politics, it's not big crypto people or big trade fi people, but Oh, I missed something, didn't I? Oh, I missed something. I missed something. I missed something. My bad. Wait, let me hold on before I talk about the last thing. It's kind of big. Maybe it's not big. We'll see. What I did see this morning, this just started like a couple of hours ago. Um, and I pulled up some of the wallets, but I didn't get a chance to look through all of them. I keep saying I'm busy. I mean, once we start making crazy amount of money, y'all see the work I've been doing or whatever, even when it seems like stuff is quiet. But anyway, so they've been tracking these wallets on chain, and this morning they started moving a whole bunch of Ethereum. And so I don't know how fast this news is getting around because it's just people just started talking about it about maybe 2-3 hours ago. And but it's apparently it's about $10 billion worth or whatever. Let me just read through it. I read different articles on it, and I should have pulled them all up, but I got this story at the last minute. Sorry. Um, Move this out the way. Okay, it says hundreds of wallets, and they do mean hundreds. They have been dormant for over 3 years, are moving large amounts of ETH, possibly almost 800,000 ETH, which is about $2 billion. We noticed that hundreds of dormant addresses were transferring Ethereum through on-chain tracking. We found that these funds came from the wallet plus token Ponzi 2. I don't know if most of y'all probably wasn't around for that. But plus token Ponzi 2 dispersed 800,000 Ethereum to thousands of wallets in 2020 and has not moved since April of 2021. About 3 hours ago, these wallets began to transfer and move this ETH around. And they're showing the different amounts that of different cryptocurrencies that they were holding. And like I said, I just saw the story, so I didn't get to look at like all the on-chain data I wanted to and like see what they already sold and what's going to be sold. So I mean, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but a couple of people were talking about this morning and saying they were, fearful if we were going to get another dump like the Mount Gox and the Genesis dumps and stuff like that. Let me see what this. I did pull up another article. Let me skim this article real quick. I don't want to read the whole thing. I saw something in it earlier. Man, I think it was another article. I think. Yeah, but I mean they have more, but I think they started moving about $2 billion worth. But I'll have to check when I get off stream if like where they're sending it, if seems like they're sending it to exchanges to sell or not. Anyway, we did have a little drop in the market, so I think it looks like about, let me see, about the same time I saw this news. Yeah, so maybe that's where that drop is coming from. Yeah, that's about the time I saw it. So then we got this drop here. We were at 57,500, and then we dropped down to 55,500. So maybe that's the news that's getting around, and people thinking, "Oh, we about to dump again." I can't say for sure, but I don't know. The timeline lines up. It lines up about the same. So let me get to this next one that I'm gonna talk about. I mean, you can do with this as you will. Once again, this is not about whether you like somebody or whether you don't. Any of that. That's not what we're talking about. But this was yesterday, and so if it was just I saw it yesterday, and to be honest, I wasn't going to say anything about it because I was like, whatever, who cares? Kind of. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but whatever. But people could see it as bullish because it's Trump's son. Excuse me, y'all. But Mr. Junior said yesterday, he said, crypto is the future. Big news soon. Don Jr. said, big things are coming. This is the future. Eric says, I have truly fallen in love with crypto. DeFi, stay tuned for a big announcement. So you saw this, you see this yesterday, and it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. I mean, it could be bullish, it could be not. But then they doubled down. They came back this morning. I'm like, what are y'all about to say or whatever? What's about to happen? Because then this was like 2 hours ago. He posted again. The other post was from yesterday. Then he posted again saying we're about to see a shake up. We're about to shake up the crypto world with something huge, is the dad's favorite word. Well, actually, his favorite word is millions now. But anyway, said decentralized finance is the future. Don't get left behind. So this is like two back-to-back tweets about this. like I said, you can take this whatever way you want to, but Trump's camp is pretty huge, and I mean he's a presidential candidate right now and stuff. So, like I said, it's been one thing. He's just said something yesterday, so I don't know. I guess we gotta stay tuned to see what the announcement is going to be. But yeah, it's not a lot to talk about today. I did wait. Did I have one more thing? Let me see if I had any notes over here because, as I said, I start this process like early in the morning, and by the time I get to stream, sometimes I forget some stuff. Oh no, I already talked about that. That Tadek was asking me what price Bitcoin had to be at to be in profit. Oh, we having some short streams lately. I mean, it's all good. There's no need to talking if it's not a lot to talk about. And I can always get back to my studying. Let me see if I see anything new before I get to comments and questions and all that kind of good stuff. Oh, well, that is big. Wait, let me see if I can back this up real quick. That would be crazy. So, I mean, it's not gonna make the stream much longer, but let me see if I can find the actual. I see people saying it, but I'm trying to. What's the source of news? What's the source of news? What's the source? I hate when people put stuff and they don't put their source. I'm about to look. Oh, is this? Wait, hold on. If my mouse will act right. Oh, he been playing with us for real. Let me do this math real quick. I wonder is everybody gonna see this the same way though? So let me pull this up. Now it's acting crazy. Forget it. I'll just say what it is. But yeah, apparently they say Michael Saylor owns over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Is personal. We always talk about like him buying it for MicroStrategy and all that kind of stuff. But apparently he owns over $1 billion in Bitcoin himself. And now he's been buying. People been like making fun of him for when he buys MicroStrategies. But apparently he said he bought his own at an average of $9,800 per Bitcoin. So yeah, he's been buying a long time, way before all the MicroStrategy stuff. Yeah. So anyway, I mean it's dope. Anyway, I don't see too much else. You know, like I said, when we had bearish times like the weather, I know some of y'all got excited because the market started going back up. But to be honest, it's still it's still a bearish time or a volatile time. So nobody's about to be out here just throwing all the bullish news out there. Maybe a couple of projects, but or whatever. But yeah, it's not much news. Everybody just focus on interest rates, Japanese carry trade, and whatever else. So we have one comment today. It's cool because it's only been like 18 minutes. So historically, Bitcoin's most bearish month is September. You've previously said that you're bullish for September. Do you? No, 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 no. I never said that. I said the end of September. The end of September going into October. The September is always pretty bearish. No, the end of September because that's when everybody thinks the interest rates could come. So that October coming up, that it could be more bullish. October, and especially November, like once the election comes around. And a lot of people like to say this stuff is different when we have an election year, but no, I always say September. I've always said in September we can have a drop. What I was saying before is I felt like, which is it's not doing too well, but what I did say was I felt like coming out of July going into August, we can get a run, and then it'll cut out in September. So I never said bullish in September. But when is the meeting in September? Because this July one was at the end of the month, which I think the one in September is the end of the month too. I think it's like September 17th or 18th or something like that. So of course you're gonna get the initial reaction or whatever, and then we'll see what happens, and maybe October is usually when we start lifting back up, and that's almost every year. October starts lifting back up, and with this being an election year, it'll probably be more so like November when it really starts going again. But like I said, whether y'all know it or not, I mean, we're seeing some of the stuff here, but we still got 4 weeks of a lot of stuff that can happen, um, that they've already been, that I see they already been planning. So it just depends on how they use that news to, if they want the market to go up or down. So we'll see what happens though. Blackmore fam said, "Good morning, good morning to you too." Yeah, I mean, we're having shorter streams lately, but it's not, like I said, it's not really a lot to talk about. And then now the market's going back red. Only thing I see is the news I just gave y'all about those Ethereum wallets waking up and moving $2 billion worth of Ethereum. And maybe people are scared we're gonna get a dump again because now we're headed back to low 56 to 55. So unless y'all see some other news that I don't see, that's the only thing I saw. But I guess that's enough to scare people. But as I always say on the channel before we get out of here, man, I listen, man. I don't. The more, let me say this. I'll say this. But the more you just stay chill, and everybody's gonna want. We all, including me, like you always gonna look back at the day when your portfolio was at its highest. And in your mind, you're gonna be like, I should have sold all my crypto right there and held and waited for the market to drop or whatever. We all say these stupid stuff that's in our head. We all say the same stupid things. Well, it's not stupid, but you know what I'm saying? We all have that wishful thinking, like, man, my portfolio was at blah blah blah. And if I started with that amount right now today, then I would have had this much more crypto and stuff like that. But after a while, you kind of just got to become numb to it because, to be honest, all across the market, I mean, I'm chilling, but all across the market the other day when we had the dump from the Japanese carry trade, people was like, it's over. Should I buy? I don't know if I should buy. I don't want to buy anymore. I don't even want to look at the market. And the very next day it started going back up. And look how quick your mood changed. But that's what I'm saying. Like somebody could try to come on the channel and troll me. I'm always chill. I'm not, no time soon will you see me bearish. Like, you're only gonna see two things out of me: chill, and at the end of the cycle, I probably will start being excited when we're making a whole bunch of money. But right now, I'm chill. I don't really care what the market does, and you kind of got to become numb to it. And I'm gonna use that example once again. That market dumped. A lot of y'all probably felt like y'all wanted to leave. You didn't want to buy because you thought it could go lower. You didn't know if we was going into a bear market because you got everybody saying all this stupid stuff on YouTube and Twitter. And then in the very next day, the market started going back up, and then you feel some type of way. But I keep saying it, as simple as it sounds, it's real simple. Stop making it hard. Just buy at good prices, and then wait long term for the gains or whatever. In the short term, and let's say in a 3 month span, you may not buy your biggest bag at the lowest price. You might, let's say you might put 5,000 in at $2, and then it drops to $1, and then maybe you put another 1,000 in or whatever, and then it drops it to 50 cents, and then you out of dry powder and you have nothing to put in the market. In that short term, you're gonna feel real bad about it. Like, it's not gonna feel good, like, because you don't have dry powder, and you're gonna be like, man, I started buying at $2, and then I bought another bag at $1, and look, now it's at 50 cents, and I should have bought at 50 cents. I knew, no, you didn't know it was gonna drop. You gotta stop telling yourself the stuff, and because you're just stressing yourself out. You didn't know it was gonna drop. As long as you bought at a good price of $2, if you saw an upside of a 20x from $2, then that's good. And if you get some more at $1, then from there you're going to a 40x, right? And sometimes maybe you didn't catch it at 50 cents, which would give you, excuse me, that would give you more like a 80x from there, or whatever. It's gonna be like that. You just gotta really chill. You just buy good prices and hold, and stop trying to do all this trading in and out. And one thing I keep saying on this channel, I think people keep missing, is that short-term capital gains. If you short-term trading out of something to catch it lower at another 20%, you're not making money at all. Like, I feel like I got to make a whole stream about that because I don't think people are understanding that you're not making money because you're paying this. Let me say it this way. Okay, some of y'all are gonna try to skip taxes, and I'm gonna be honest, I think that's stupid. But for those of us that's going to, like, listen, I ain't trying to deal with that foolishness and skip taxes. If you trying to sell out a position so you can buy back 20% lower, you are not making any money because you are paying short-term capital gains. And there are going to be some short-term capital gains we're going to pay, but for the most part, you're trying to get most of your stuff in long-term capital gains. And I'm gonna be honest, right now they're not making it easy for us. So right now we probably going to be 50% long-term, 50% short. But for as much as you can, like don't be trying to the 10, sometimes not even the 30% sometimes, because sometimes you're not gonna catch it correctly. And you're gonna feel, I know it. I'm not saying you're not, I'm not trying to be extra positive or optimistic. I know you're gonna feel bad when you don't catch at the bottom prices, whatever. But if you think about the math of it, you're not gaining, unless something's gonna literally drop 300%, and it's just buy and hold, man. And in the long term, you're gonna feel better. Like I said, on this channel, I try to make sure people always have their expectations managed. Could we get some 100Xs and 200 and 300Xs? Probably could. But right now, the target is 40 to 50X. And like I said, and if you 40 and 50X, not one play, but your entire portfolio, you should not be complaining. You should be thankful for that. There's nowhere else where you can do this stuff at. Even a 20X of your whole entire portfolio. There's not many. No, there's nowhere else. I was about to say there's not many. There's nowhere else you're going to do that. Nowhere else. Literally, there's no way. There's nowhere else you're gonna do that. So just chill. Like we're just gonna buy good prices and see what stuff happens. And like I said the other day, we went up too fast. And I'm not saying it's because of that, but I was saying the other day, we went up too fast. The bounce was cool. I know it gave some of y'all, it relieved some of y'all stress on you, whatever, but it was too fast of a bounce. I can't say why it's going down right now. I can't say how low it's gonna go. I don't care, as I always say, I do not care because it's a short term. And eight to 12 months from now, that's when you'll see a whole different person. I'm gonna be watching charts and Fibonacci levels and everything. I'm gonna be watching everything. Is the project still developing more? Are they done? If it's I think the easiest one to use is if it's a game. If all the bullish news about this game came out and blah 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 blah, and nobody else is talking about it, then you start like understanding where to take profits or whatever. But for right now, I just really don't care. And like I keep saying, you got the good people in the space that's really just here to give you good information and help you. Like I said, me, everything, altcoin, George, and Casey, and all these other people. We're here to give you information, give you good information. Other people are strictly for making content, so they're gonna be extra over bullish and they're gonna be extra bearish whenever the market swings, and they don't give a crap how your feelings feel. They don't care about scaring people. They don't care about scaring you. They don't care about making you too optimistic and you start FOMOing in. These people do not give a crap about that. They're gonna play on your emotions as much as I can. I try not to make clickbait thumbnails as much as I can. Sometimes I may make something that's like funny, but I try not to make clickbait thumbnails that's gonna like play on people's emotions. But some people are here to make content. I keep telling you, I'm not here to make content. I got too many other pages that I make content on, and it's one, I feel like it's easier. It's more money making those types of content. So this is not something that I'm doing content on. But yeah, what we got here? I don't know if I read it already, but Blackmore fam said, "Good morning. Good morning to you too." Dave Flowers said, "Good morning, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all too coming checking out the channel and all that good stuff." Crypto Rose said, "Isn't selling for 10 to 20% gains what the big investment firms do?" Yeah, but that you talking about. Okay, number one, that usually comes from stocks, but number two, when they're doing it with and I'm not saying everybody, but I know for the most part, my channel is to help people that may not necessarily have a whole bunch of money, whatever. Like I said, if you throw in 500 grand or something and you make 20%, then you've just made $100,000. If somebody, and I know what people are gonna say, well, percentage is a percentage or whatever. Yeah, but no. So you make I'm just saying you make 20% on $500. That's $100 or whatever. But the stuff we're in is we have some low risk plays, mid risk, and a lot of DJ and stuff. And you're trying to wait for that tremendous upside. So you don't want to be selling, right now, especially not in crypto. Crypto is much different from stocks. So that's why I keep saying I see a lot of people, even though they say I'm bullish on crypto, I'm 100% in crypto. I'm out of stocks, but y'all still like investing with a stock mind and you still doing stock related stuff. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was saying, a lot of people trying to, get like 1,000% with low risk plays or whatever. And to be honest, sometimes those low risk plays, you might be lucky if you get a 800%, which is 8x. Maybe I should talk in X's, but they're trying to get a 10x on these or whatever. But that takes when they're trading in and out. that takes you getting positive trades of 40% 25 different times. And most of the times when people are trading, you're not making 40% every time. But I try to give that as a visual. And then every time you're doing those, if you get those 25, 40% trades, every time you're doing it and you're doing it in short-term capital gains, you're technically not really making money like you think. And this is stuff I really haven't talked about. And maybe I should dedicate a live to this and actually like maybe get a like a drawing board that I can share with y'all on screen and show you like the literal math and not just talking out of my mouth. Because right now, I mean, you hearing me talk about the math, but when you actually see the math, and that's what I was saying last cycle when I talked to different people who's been in the space longer than me, invested more money in me because they, like I said, they were in the space longer. They were, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they were more bullish on crypto than me because I was. Is it back? I don't know why the sound does that sometimes. But what I was saying, hopefully it didn't cut out too long ago. That was 18 seconds ago. But yeah, what I was saying was I know the math may not make sense to people, but I was saying how I was talking to somebody and I was saying you had to make 25 different trades and get 40% positive 40% positive trade or whatever, which regular rarely happens. Most people getting 8, 12% here and there, you know, maybe once in a while they get some more. But yeah, these people put in more money than me. And I was lucky that I'm not an expert trader because I was like, wow, I don't want to try to do that. But they would trade in and out and more money and actually and more work. Let's talk about the work too. That's the thing I'm always about because you watching the charts, you watching the fib levels and the RSI and all this stuff, and you pretty much day trading. And so they were putting in more work than me. I was just like sitting around trying to study and understand Solana and understand, how the blockchain worked and stuff like that. That's pretty much what my time in crypto was, and just trying to figure out what all the stuff was while they were just spending days and days and days trading and stuff like that. Also, I think some of y'all are a little late to the sound being out. It should be back. It's back, right? But yeah, it's back. I think y'all just watched the stream a little bit late. But yeah, anyway, so I said this stream was gonna be short. But yeah, I'm gonna say it this way. I'm just being honest. I did my research on the projects, but I accidentally made more money than them, and the accident was just not trading. And once again, they're just like me. I'm talking about after you finish all the stuff or whatever, and they got the taxes done or whatever, and they're like, "I made this much," and I'm like, "Well, I made this much or whatever," because just not trying to trade. And even though I don't talk about this stuff in execs, I shouldn't even be saying this, but that's when I choose my projects, I'm choosing them a certain way on purpose, because I'm thinking about that. Like, how long can I hold this? And I know people say that, but I have a whole nother way that I'm thinking about it. So that's why I choose the projects I do. There's a lot of people getting bullish, and let me just talk about one. Let me talk about one. I shouldn't even be giving this kind of alpha away. Y'all probably won't even recognize it though. But that's why I see people like run into the like the bigger meme coins, whatever, because you can put more money in them for one. They are probably seen by more eyeballs, probably on more exchanges or whatever. But usually, if I can't catch them on the bottom and make a big upside, that's one of the reasons I don't do that, because you can get into those meme coins and make the trades or whatever. But most of the time, when they bigger, you're making 40%. Maybe you get up to 200% or whatever. But usually, it doesn't always work out because on the one side, you could say, let's talk how most people talk. You put a lot of money into it. Let's say you get a 2x, you get a full 2x. Now you got twice as much money to put into smaller utility plays, which that does make sense, right? But I've seen even as of lately, like I know people said they even talk about on their channels. I got in and blah 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 a certain amount of market cap, or whatever, and then it's like we just had this crash, and instead of getting the 40%, 50% gain on these low risk meme coins or 2x or whatever, they're now down 40%. So now you gotta you got to run it back and try to wait till the market gets bullish again. There's a lot of ways I choose the way that I invest. It doesn't always mean the way I do it is going to be the exact way to make the most money, but I'm usually factoring all these things, realizing, okay, over here, I'm probably missing money over there. I probably will. I probably could have doubled up my money here to put in some lower plays. True, I know that, but I try. That's me controlling my emotions. That's what I'm saying. The more you learn how to control your emotions in this market, the better. Controlling your emotions, yes, you can very much well miss a run on something or whatever, but just be like, all right, cool. I missed that one. I'm gonna just have patience and wait till my stuff runs or whatever. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that too long. Wait, is this another alert? Oh, wait, is it moving now? Okay, hold on, y'all. I said this was gonna be a short stream. I thought it was about to be done in 15 minutes, to be honest. So remember what I was talking about earlier? If you were watching, I was talking about that. So that's what's going on. What I talked about earlier. What I talked about earlier with y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, y'all. The money they seized or whatever. So apparently it is moving to exchanges right now. Let me read it real quick. So yeah, probably maybe another dump from the come. But what we've been talking about stream, just control your emotions. Let me read this real quick. All right, so they just sent a bunch to Coinbase. One wallet sent about $40 million worth of Ethereum to Coinbase. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm trying to read this. I was just about to get off stream, to be honest. Come on, I got this mouse. I dropped something on it or spilled something on it. Now it's acting crazy. So they sent one wallet sent 40 billion. I mean million. Excuse me. No, 40 million, not billion, not billion. They sending a. So it looked like we up to about 110 million they sent to exchanges. 40 million was to Coinbase, and so yeah, so that's what we're seeing in this drop right now. That's why stuff is going red. No telling who it is and how much they'll continue to send or try to sell. Oh, is that some more news? Dang. Well, that's bad news. Let's see. We might have some good news here. But once again, we're not worried about the short term. I don't know how. Did they create their own crypto company? What is this? What? I want to say this on stream, but I might have to study this one some more. Read up on it. I want to just say this on stream, but it looks like it might be good news. I'll have to look at it more. But yeah, so that's what's going on. That's why we got the drop in the market right now. I don't know what to tell you. Long term, just think long term. I guess that's what I can tell you. Think long term. So yeah, we could get another dump here. I don't know, but if you see something at a good price, grab it. That's all you got to do. Don't make it hard. Don't make it difficult. But if you want to join the Patreon, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. It's a little drop here. If the drop gets bigger, only thing y'all got to remember is what happened last time. Doesn't I'm not saying it's gonna go back up as fast as it did last time in 18 hours, but all you should know is we're still early-ish in the cycle, mid-cycle. I don't care what you want to call it. We still got a ways to go, and so at some point we'll be going up. But I don't know how much this is gonna dump as this news spread. Because when people start seeing news, they start getting even more scared. And then yeah, so we're in the 55s now. We're below 56, and that's on Bitcoin. What is Ethereum doing? Ethereum is Ethereum is okay. Ethereum is dropping, which makes sense because that's what they're selling. Anyway, y'all, patreon.com/cryptozo. I guess you can go dig up some of this news yourself if you want to. I'm gonna check on this other piece of news I just saw too. But if you want to join the Patreon, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. If you need help getting some of these picks early before they run and make a lot of money in this market, that's the Patreon to be in. And I'm going to catch y'all next time.